Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Success Tech. This is Amok Kaliwala. If you are new to my channel, please like, share, comment and subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for the latest updates. In the last video, we understood about Z-test. How to run a Z-test, what are the difference between the Z-test and the T-test, when to apply Z-test as compared to T-test, and some of the examples of Z-test. In today's video, we will be understanding what is chi-square test, how to conduct a chi-square test, what are the different types of chi-square test, followed by few of the examples on chi-square test. A chi-square test statistics is a measure of difference between the observed values and the expected values for the outcomes variable or a set of data sets. The formula which is utilized to test the chi-square test is summation of observed minus expected value square divided by the expected values. As we have understood the definition of chi-square test, let us explore the different types of chi-square test which are present. There are two types of chi-square test: goodness of fit test and test of independence. Goodness of fit test is a statistical hypothesis test which sees how well the sample data fits the distribution of population. For example, if I have a coin in my hand, then I would compare that coin with the theoretical fair coin. This is how goodness of fit test helps us in comparing. Test of independence. It describes the relationship between the categorical variables involving comparing observed count with the expected count. For example, if we want to find the relationship between student's gender and the profession they opt for. As we have understood the types of chi-square test, now let us explore the steps involved for conducting a chi-square test. There are 6 steps involved in conducting a chi-square test. In the step 1, we decide the null and the alternative hypothesis. In step 2, we find the expected frequency if we do not have the expected frequency and the degrees of freedom. In step 3, we determine the critical region for our decision. If the critical region is not provided, the standard critical region of the industries like 1%, 5% and 10% are utilized depending on the requirement and the industry standards. In the step 4, we calculate the test statistics, that is chi-square test statistics, using the formula summation of observed minus expected square divided by expected. In the step 5, we verify whether the test statistics is in the critical region. And in step 6, we make our decision by comparing the F statistics value from the table and our formula. As we have understood the steps to conduct a chi-square test, let us explore some of the examples on goodness of fit test. The casino manager who is running the casino is facing few of the issues with the slot machines. In the recent research, he has found that the slot machines are not providing the designed output. Now, he has a question of doubt that these slot machines are rigged. To solve his problem, let us utilize chi-square goodness of fit test and understand whether the slot machines were rigged. Casino manager has collected data for 1000 samples for the expected and the observed value. Initially, the slot machine was designed for 977 times to provide a negative output to the gamer. Similarly, it should provide one time out of the 1000 times, 98 times profit. But in the recent observations, he has observed that 965 times it was providing a negative output and 7 times it was providing 98% profit for the gamer. In step 1, we will decide on the null and alternative hypothesis. Our null hypothesis would be that the slot machines are not rigged. Similarly, as alternative hypothesis is contrary to the null hypothesis, we would consider the slot machines are rigged. In step 2, we are calculating degrees of freedom. As we have the expected frequency table, we are not going to calculate them. The degrees of freedom is 4 because as we have 5 values, but with the 4 values we can predict the value of 5th. Hence the degrees of freedom is 5 minus 1, that is equal to 4. In step 3, we are choosing a certain level of certainty for our null hypothesis. Here we are considering 5% as our alpha level. In step 4, we are utilizing chi-square formula, that is summation of observed minus expected the whole square divided by expected to calculate the value. Example, 965 minus 977 whole square plus 10 minus 8 the whole square, 9 minus 8 the whole square, 9 minus 6 whole square, 7 minus 1 whole square divided upon the summation of 977 plus 8 plus 8 plus 6 plus 1, which is equal to 38.272. In step 5, we want to identify the chi-square value from the chi-square table. Let me share my screen and walk you through how to extract the expected chi-square value with 5% significance and 4 degrees of freedom. This is the representation of a chi-square distribution table, where the rows represents the degrees of freedom and columns represent the significance value. As you can observe, for degrees of freedom 4 and significance value of 0.05, the chi-square expected value is 9.49. This is the value which we are going to utilize for further calculation. As observed from the table, the value for chi-square test would be 9.488, which means above 9.488 is the critical region where we reject our null hypothesis. In step 6, we are comparing the chi-square value of the evidence with that of the standard chi-square value from the table, which is 38.272 greater than 9.488, which represents that the probability value for the chi-square is in the critical region, as the chi-square evidence value is greater than the required chi-square value from the table. Hence, we reject our null hypothesis, which means in layman terms, according to the assumption of the casino manager, the slot machines are rigged. These were some of the concepts of chi-square goodness of fit test. In the next video, let us understand chi-square independence of test.